This is the plaintiff, John Kenny. He says he brought his car to the defendant's car wash for a good cleaning. And when it came out of the machine, the thing was full of scratches on one side. He alerted the defendant immediately. The louse told him he wasn't responsible, and now he needs to get the car repainted, and the defendant must be made to pay. He's suing for $1,845.23, the amount of the new paint job. This is the defendant, Near. He says he washes 200 cars a day, and the plaintiff was the only one complaining of damage. Besides, his brushes are made of soft material, which don't scratch paint. He knows he did nothing to the guy's car and feels he's just trying to get him to pay for prior damage. He's accused of scratching a customer the wrong way.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's car wash scratched up his whip, but the defendant says the brushes are soft, so it's impossible. It's the case of car wash, yeah.
Okay, John Kenny?
Yes.
You are suing the car wash company represented here by its owner. You've asked us to refer to you by your first name and not to mention the name of the company, and we'll respect that. You're suing Near for damage that you say was done at the car wash to your vehicle to the tune of like $1,800 and some odd dollars. What happened?
On 3/13, I brought my truck right through his car wash, and as it went through the car wash.
When had you purchased that truck?
The beginning of for February.
And so when were you bringing the truck through there?
To 3/13 it was on.
So a month later?
Yeah, about a month later. And with this is a vehicle
Now-
that I don't usually drive because I have a company truck.
You bought it used, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. It's what year?
A 2008 with
Okay.
Toyota Tundra.
All right.
And so I took it to his car wash, and as it goes through the car wash, what happens is the brusher spins around, and that makes pushes the mirrors in. So when I went through the car wash, I came out after, and I went to pull out the mirrors, and as I walked around the truck, I looked, and the whole passenger side halfway down was scratched. So I went right over to the man who was working in the car wash, and I talked to him about it, and he says, okay, we'll take it to my detail guy. And the guy had, I made an appointment to get it detailed.
To see if it would buff right out?
It would buff right out. And I came back and that night, and the scratches weren't out. And so I called him back, and he said, there's really nothing else I can do about it, but he says, I don't think that happened in my car wash. I says, I had no scratches on it. Well, when I bought it, and I says,
had you had the car now at that
about
point
3 weeks.
Okay, and had you washed the cars?
Nope.
This was the first time you were washing the car?
Yes, yes. I took it through. So then when I talked to him again, he offered. He says, I don't think it happened. I says, I don't drive the truck at all because I have a company vehicle. I might take it to the store every now and then. As I explained to him, he says, how about if I detail the inside of your car and I give you free car washes? I says, but that doesn't take care of the problem of the scratches. So at that time, I says, well, if you're not going to do nothing, I said, I'm going to have to take you to small claims court.
Okay, who are the gentlemen who you have with you here today?
These are the two of my friends.
Okay. Are they here for moral support, or are they?
Yeah, they're here for moral support.
Did they ever see your truck?
No, they didn't. But I have a paper. Well,
Hey, you brought the wrong friends. Why didn't you bring me somebody who had seen your truck?
Well, I have a paper from my older brother that's seen the truck. She checked it all out for me. I have really with two
Do you
pieces.
have pictures of the damage?
Yes, I do.
Let me see the damage and the. Do you have an affidavit from your older brother?
Yes, and we're from the place I bought it.
And would the place you bought it say it wasn't scratched?
There was no scratches on it. Yeah.
Let me hear from you, Near.
Okay. When people said the car was scratched, the car, when it happened, I tell people, I don't deny it because they get upset. So we have a detail show up, we send it through, 99% of the scratches come out, even if it didn't happen at the car wash.
Right.
So it cost me a couple bucks, but we take care of the problem.
Right.
With this particular car, what happened is he bought the car, never washed it before. So we have a detail shop that we work with dealerships and places who sell cars. Most of these used cars have scratches on them. They bring the cars to us. We buff the scratches off. These scratches are not off forever. They come back. When you put the car through the car wash, you see the scratches again.
So what you're saying is that the used car company probably buffed it out, made it look great, and then they came out when you wash it. Okay, okay, let's go with that theory. If that's the case, then when you take it to your guy, it should look perfect again.
No,
right?
You're right, but no. But there's another scenario. There's a couple scenarios. The second thing is he brought the car to us after a snowstorm. There's salt, there's snow on the car. People use different objects to take the snow off the car. So some people use a broom, some people use shovels, some people, God knows what they use. So it could be that the whatever you used to take the snow off, scratch the car.
Did you take a shovel to your new truck and go on the side of it?
Not a shovel.
No.
Or what? A scraper? See, the place where it is, it's on the side going from the beginning to the end.
You're right, scratches going up. Our brushes turn this way.
No, it's not up.
Yes,
I think it's completely sideways.
They're all sideways.
They're all sideways. And there are a lot of them.
When I came out,
What
do you think it was? Because you have show me the thing you have.
I have a cloth.
Just hand it to my bailiff. Okay. He gets nervous when anybody walks near me.
Yeah. No.
So this is one of those, this is it?
This is what we use to wash the car with. Yeah, exactly. Try to scratch a car with that.
Right, but I know, but your side, okay, you're not my first rodeo. Your side will always say it's impossible to ever scratch.
It is
but
impossible.
The truth is, if something gets caught in this, something from the previous car, whatever else, it's going to scratch the next car, right? Only the next car, not the 200 cars, but the next car.
The brushes are standalone brushes.
Okay, the brushes are the brushes like this?
All the brushes are like this.
Right, everything is like this.
Everything. The whole car wash is made out of this and just high pressure water.
Have you seen a picture? You saw it in person.
I saw the car.
So
but also, his car has scratches
Did you drive the car here?
Outside.
The car's right outside?
Yeah, the truck's outside.
He's got scratches all over the truck. He's got
that's
scratches
why I want to see the truck. That's why I want to see the truck.
And he knew exactly what scratches are from the car wash and which scratches are not. Because I went in the front and I said, "Oh, you got more scratches here." And he said, "Yeah, but this is not from you."
Yeah, but that only gives it the ring of truth.
But how would he know? Do you
because
know
he knows what scratches are on his car and which ones are new. Don't you?
No, I don't.
You don't know. If you see a scratch on your car, you don't say, "What the?"
There's so many scratches on his car, you wouldn't know which one is yes and which
I'm
one is
going to see the so many scratches on
it.
his car. I'm going to go take a look at the car. Court's in recess.
All right. So do car washes now scratch cars? Can these brushes actually scratch a car?
I think absolutely. Maybe not the brush, but if it's a hand car wash, maybe you've got
hand car washes. I thought were supposed to be better.
Yeah,
they use chamois. I thought
they should be better, but if the rag's dirty, if the cloth's dirty,
can the brushes on a car wash? Can a brush on a car wash scratch a car?
Absolutely. I have an Escalade, and they usually get on a staircase and scrub the top. And I always end up.
But that's not the brushes. That's the person.
Well, no, they're using brushes, hand brushes.
What do you think, sir?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's always a few little scratches afterwards.
I got to look at my car more closely. This is actually worrying me. Going inside the courtroom.
Nice truck.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to read from your complaint. In the beginning of February 2013, I bought a 2008 Toyota Tundra for around 22 grand. We had a lot of snow this past winter up here in the Boston area. Very true. And my car got dirty very quickly. I brought my car to the defendant's car wash to get cleaned. Okay. First, I want to tell you that I believe with every fiber of my being that you believe that it happened there. I know that.
100%.
Well, just stop. What are you doing? God. I believe that. That's why I asked you like early on whether you had washed a car yet. You know, because the problem is that when you've got the snow and the snow salt and like all the environmental factors that end up in it, you can't really see these kind of scratches on. I also probably don't believe that the used car lot sold it to you that way. I'm not sure about this whole theory of this. I'm not sure that I believe any of that, because then when the car was detailed, these things would magically go away again. But those two scenarios aren't I've got this isn't a criminal case. You don't have to prove it beyond it. Put your hand down. You know, honest to God. I believe that you believe it. The problem is that I have to feel by a preponderance of the evidence that it happened there. Not beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt like a criminal case, but a civil case still requires proof. And I have to believe, I can't just look at him and say, oh, well, he's a business owner, deep pocket, he's got to pay. I can't look at him and say, as you had said several times, you noted in your complaint, he drives a 2012 Bentley. That's his baby. This is my baby. You know, I get that. That's not how I decide a case, obviously.
Yes,
I know you're frustrated, but that's not how I decide a case. I have to decide a case on whether you have tipped the scale, whether it was more likely than not that it happened there as opposed to someplace other than there. I went out there and carefully looked at the truck, and there are these same types of scratches all over the truck, and not just on that side. That side is very pronounced, I understand. You know what I think probably happened? That maybe you got too, you know, to me, because of the way that it goes like this and then loops back, to me, those are tree branches maybe, with all the snow that was happening and everything. I don't know, but if I don't believe with my being that it happened there, I can't make him pay $2,000 to you. And the scratches are in so many other places that weren't caused by a car wash, and the same types of scratches that, you know, I mean, I don't think you're a con artist, which I see a lot of trying to get, you know, the deep pocket to pay for. I'm just saying I can't look at the way these are and be convinced that it happened at a car wash. I just can't. And because of that, I cannot rule in your favor. I rule in favor of the defense. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Well, Judge Milian was ready to have you prove it to her just by a preponderance of the evidence, but you couldn't produce it.
Well, those scratches weren't there, and then they were there after the car wash.
What else could it have been?
I have no idea.
Could have been something else during the snow, maybe, if you think about it.
But how? I mean, they're halfway up on the truck.
I don't know. Well, buff them out.
Yeah.
All right, good luck. Head right down this way. All right, the car wash guy is next, so come on in here. And has this ever happened to you before? Happened to you before?
It does happen that people blame the car wash on different things. I couldn't agree with the judge more. This guy really think that my car wash did the damage. But
how come your buffing out guy, your detail guy, couldn't get rid of those scratches for him?
The scratches that he had on the car are really like gouges. I mean, these are deep scratches that there's no way they happened at the car wash. He came in with a dirty car, and when we cleaned it, you can see the scratches.
Maybe the dirt got dragged by the brushes and scratched.
No,
maybe.
No, there's no way.
Harvey?
Got to tell you, before you leave a car wash, it's a good idea to actually walk around the car and see if there's damage. If you leave, you will never pin damage on the car wash. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.